Angels, if you could see my tripod right now, I would like to know what you think about it. I would like to know what you think about it because it's a little bit of a situation, that's for sure. I'm gonna put it on the one side there. Should I put it on the one side? No, is it a bit too much? I mean, it's already a little bit too much. It's a little bit like seductive in this bedroom, isn't it? Well, I'm in Nottingham. I'm in Nottingham. I actually just had a dough knots. Yes, a dough knot. That's what it's actually standing on. It's standing on a dough knots, 2 pans. I've got to show you. So this is my makeshift tripod. Thank you very much. It's an ironing board. Then my donuts, which are actually under there from dough knots because I'm in Nottingham. We have a pan, a little pan. We have a medium-sized pan. We have a plate. And then we have my Soph palette. Love you, Soph. I'll take you everywhere with me. Thank you. What are you saying? Hello honeys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just joining me now, then I am in Nottingham. I am at an apartment hotel up here. I'm up here visiting friends, but I thought we don't stop here. I uploaded Worst Lies Part 1 and I wanted to upload Worst Lies Part 2. So here we are. I am doing a story time of Worst Lies I've Ever Told Part 2. So if you're new here, then basically my name's Imogen. Did I say that? I bet I didn't. I bet I didn't even say that's my name. Well, hello, my name's Imogen. If you're new here, then please subscribe, hit that like button, and we are going to get on with the video after you've done that. So I'll just give you like 1 second if you want to subscribe. Probably not after that introduction. Let's just get in with it. Okay, so I feel like this is like, I just need to do a disclaimer. I'm not a liar now, but I did lie when I was younger. Oh, wow, Imogen, you were a little. Like, I think I need to turn these lights up above me because they're giving me like shadows here of my lashes. Wait, they're Huns. It's a palaver. It's a palaver. And I didn't bring a tripod, did I? Let's turn those lights. Let's put all these... Will that make it really dark now, though? Let me open the curtain a bit more. That might be better. Do you think this is better? That's better. Oh my god, that's so much better. I should have done my introduction like that. Stop. Okay, so we have a story time situation today. It is Worst Lies We've Ever Told Part 2. I've already said that. Wonderful. So basically, I'm not a liar, but when I was younger, I used to... Don't know. I just used to lie, and then obviously I stopped. I definitely stopped. I stopped when things started happening with my parents, but I explained that in the number 1, so I'm just gonna go on with this video. So, this is a funny one. Okay. So basically, my parents weren't a fan of my first boyfriend. He was an Eastbourne boy for life, and he had a Bebo picture like that, and he loved it. He had slits in his eyebrows, absolutely loved it, like wore more earrings than I did, like he had them all up here. Yeah, he actually loved it. Absolutely loved it. Couldn't say my name. Couldn't say my name. Used to come around and say, Imogen. My parents would be like, it's Imogen. Ate a roast dinner once with his hands. Are you okay? Like, fair enough, Yorkshire pudding, like, pick it up if you're hungry. But, like, with gravy and, like, was just, like, picking it up and munching it. And my dad used to be a chef. My dad was like, what? And when he'd stay round, he'd stay upstairs and I'd stay downstairs. My parents would come around and be like, my parents would come down to me in the bed and be like, Imogen, you don't need to be with him. My parents were very protective growing up, which I actually really appreciate that they were like that. My parents were really, really protective, but caring. It's because they cared about me, and my parents were both fostered and they didn't have their parents looking over them and saying this is how you should parent and whatever, and my parents were just amazing and really, really caring about me. Anyway, so basically on the weekends, a lot of the girls from my school would go to Eastbourne, and sometimes they do bad things. Like, for a young girl, I was what, 13, they would do bad things. I had a phone at 13 when I went to my big school, and then I also, or was it 11? No, I think I got a phone at 13. I think I got a phone at 13, but I really appreciated the fact that my parents gave me boundaries, but didn't appreciate it when the boy that I was with was going out with all of the girls in my year. Now, some of the girls in my year, I didn't really trust them. Like, my ex-boyfriend would say to me that they'd like try it with him and stuff like that, and I'd be like, excuse me? Like, you know, like I would leave and go to dancing and they'd all play sport, and then he'd like say they said really inappropriate stuff, and I'd be like, they're meant to be my friends. So I didn't trust them. So I didn't want him to be with them for the weekend and me just chilling like, oh, I'm back in Brighton. What are you doing? You know, like, who are you with? Kind of thing. I was creating this elaborate lie from the Monday. I knew the Friday was going to come up. So on the Monday, I said to my mum and dad, my friend from Brighton, I basically said I was going to stay with her all weekend. It's like her parents are having a bit of a struggle at the moment. She just wants some company this weekend. From the Monday, you know, set that groundwork in early, Imogen, because if you're gonna lie, try and do it all right. I'm the worst liar in the world, by the way. Like, you're about to see, like, these, you don't, can't even get the words out apparently. Anyway, so Friday comes and I had Saturday school. Remember, I had Saturday school. So I went and stayed with my friend in Brighton on the Friday night to make it all seem very okay. Saturday, finished school at 1 o'clock, And then I was off to Eastbourne loving my little life. And I remember it was when the cricket was on. And my dad doesn't even like cricket. But it was a big game for some reason. Don't even know. But my dad doesn't even watch cricket. What? Or was it rugby? No, it was cricket. I'm sure of it because it was a summer evening. Anyway, long story short, basically that was my first kiss. I'll link that story time down below because it was an absolute travesty. But I went there and the whole day, my mum called me. I was like, yeah, me and my friend are just out at the park. Like, everything's fine, mum. Her parents are here. I was like, yeah, they're here. Mum didn't even ask to speak to them, so she was very trusting. So I was like, sweet. She was like, did you get back home safe? I was like, yeah, I got the minibus. And they picked me up from the minibus, blah, blah, blah. You know, lying. There I am with my boyfriend, like holding hands, loving our lives. Like, I'm walking around with my jeans, my silver belt, my silver shoes, like my white tank top with a white bra underneath that you can really see through. Yeah, loads of jewelry, little hoops, absolutely loving my life. Then in the evening, there was meant to be trains going back from Eastbourne to Brighton. I was going to get on from Brighton to Preston Park where my friend lived and go and stay with her. Because I said I was staying there and she said she'd cover for me. She said she'd cover for me and she was a good friend for covering for the baby girl. The whole day I got through it. It was absolutely fine. Loving life. I'm on the train back. I'm on the train back. And I am going to just come into Brighton. As in, I'm coming into Brighton to do the changeover, which Brighton to Preston Park is like a 3-minute train journey. And then Imogen gets 3 missed calls from her mum. And I'm like, what is happening? She's calling me. If I get off at the station and call her. But I knew she was going to call her parents. I knew she was going to call the best friend's parents. So I picked up and I was like, oh my God, protect yourself, protect yourself. I was like, hi mum, you okay? She's like, what, where are you? What are you doing? And I was like, I'm literally just like, we're just going back to my friends now. I was like, we've just been in town. Like, we're just getting the train back from Brighton. She was like, it's really late, Imogen. You should be home. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, we're coming home, aren't we, babe? Like, we're coming home, aren't we? And I was just pretending to speak to someone that wasn't there. Everyone on the train must have been thinking. Anyway, then it went, the next station is Brighton. And I was like, she was like, I thought you were at Brighton station. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm getting the train to Brighton. She was like, I thought you'd been in Brighton town. I was like, she's like, no, you've been in Eastbourne with your boyfriend. I was like, oh my God, I'm not coming home. I don't want to come home. I literally gave it that. I went and got the train from Brighton to Hove. Well. Text my mum like, I'm moving out. I don't want to come home. I've lied. I'm ashamed of myself. Like, I can't believe I'd lied to you, mum. I can't believe I'd do this. Like, dad's going to be fuming at me. You're all going to be so disappointed in me. Anyway, I remember sitting around by the Hove station and I was like, I can't come home, mum. I was like, I'm moving out. I'm going to sleep rough tonight. She came around. She was like, Imogen, we just need to have a chat. Let's go home. And then she was like, don't ever lie to me. You never have to lie to me. If you want to go see your boyfriend, you need to speak to me about that. You're young, Imogen. You're a 13-year-old girl. When you're older, you can do what you want to do. You're 13. You're in my responsibility. You're my daughter. And I was like, I'm so sorry. You know, when you're being told off. Honestly, the worst thing for me when I was younger was actually disappointing my parents. So why were you trying to lie, Imogen? And disappoint them even more? You're right, hun. I wasn't a bad kid though. I was a good kid. I got very good grades at school, really worked hard, always did my homework. If I had homework for next week, it'd be done that week. I'll get it done. My parents never even had to say to me like, you gonna do your homework? Have you got homework? It would be done. I'd do it at school sometimes. I'd do it at school, on the minibus coming home, loving my life. I was a good child, but that lie was just not very good, is it? No. And trust me, like, to pick up the phone. Like, why would you pick up the phone when you're on the train, Imogen? Are you okay? Okay, so this is a lie. This is a lie, and I hope you like this one. Because I'm telling you. So when I was younger, I was really insecure about having small boobs. They weren't that small, they were like that. No, I didn't even have small boobs. I didn't even have boobs, right? And now, I'm telling you, I appreciate having small boobs. And when I get that week before my period and my body swells and my boobs swell, I'm like, why couldn't I have loved my small boobs when I was younger? Because honestly, they're so full of like water retention and they're painful. I'm like, I just want my small boobs back. Well, speak to young Imogen because she wouldn't have loved her small boobs because I'm telling you, I was so insecure about them. So there was this beautiful bra at Primark. Oh, it was unreal. It was so padded. It was full of these air pockets, which were like little, they were like this shaped. No, they were like this shape, like that, of air. And then in the bra, there was like padding. So it was like sandy bags or like water. I don't even know. But it was like the biggest plunge, right? So you'd think that one would be enough. So I'd wear my t-shirt bra, the standard bra. I would then wear the plunge bra times 2. So that bra that was that padded, I would wear 2. I wore 3 bras. Are you alright, hun? Are you alright? Are you alright, hun? Like, are you okay? I'm telling you now, huns, please, 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 please never be insecure about stuff that is you. Like, love your own body, love your own skin. But when I was younger, I wish I could go back and tell myself to do that, because I didn't. I used to have boobs that literally touched me. Like, I could literally put my head in them, rest on them. Like, my uncle, he's got a really big beer belly, like a really big beer belly. So when he sits down, he can actually have his tea on his beer belly. That was what it's like for my boobs. I could just rest. Oh, the sun's coming out, my highlights popping. Thank you very much. So then I could actually rest tea, not that I drank tea then, but I could actually rest things on these boobs. They were so fake. It wasn't them. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was just plunge. It was like a little bit of skin and then just all plunge. And I loved it. I loved it until it came to the the grand old moment of me losing my virginity. It was wonderful. Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, Hans, brace yourselves. My ex-boyfriend thought, oh my God, like, you know, she has got a nice body. Like, I had a bum, never had boobs. I had bum, but he thought I had boobs. You know, he thought I had boobs. Never seen anything underneath or whatever. This wasn't actually when I lost my virginity, but this is when I was thinking I was going to lose my virginity, and we maybe thought we were going to, but we didn't. Anyway, when he's kissing me, he unclipped one bra and he was like, oh, okay. So he tried to take off the other one. He was like, is it a fun little game? I was like, it's not really that much of a fun game. And then he took off another one and his face was looking at me like, and we were kissing. And I was like, and he was like, Imogen. He was like looking at me like, where are my boobs gone? And I was like, you can pick them up off of the floor if you want, because they're on the floor just chilling. Like, if you want the boobs back, hun, you need to get the bra back on. The bras back on. He was looking at me like, you've lied. You've literally been selling me dreams and you've been lying. He was like, what are you doing? You never have to like pretend to have big boobs around me, Imogen. Like, he was like, wear a bra that fits you and only wear one. And I was like, I was so embarrassed. You know, when you're like, I have actually just been outed. Like, this poor boy probably thinks I've sold him these dreams of like, I don't know, like some like girl, baby girl, like page 3 pinup, like chilling, you know. No, Imogen, hun, no, you were a little flat wall, babes. You needed to accept it, angel. Like, what were you doing, baby girl? Like, what? He honestly was like, I was like, they're on the floor, babe. Just chuck them back up here, because it's a nicer sight probably than these right now. But then actually, after having that, it actually made me gain loads of confidence because of the way he was, and he was really sort of, he really understood that. He was like, Imogen, stop being silly. He was a bit older. He was like, oh my God, don't even worry about it. And I was like, oh, maybe I should just be more loving of my own body. Like, I'm young, I'm not gonna have massive boobs. And even if some people do have massive boobs, that's not my body shape, and that's not how, you know, my mum did have double D's at the age of 16, and I was like, but why? Why? When I was younger, I was like, why am I not gonna get them? But now I'm actually happy with my boob size. I'm happy with this. This is a very open conversation. I'm really sorry about this, angels. This is another lie. Oh my God, of course it's another lie, Imogen. That's the whole story time. Oh, this was a lie and a half. So basically, again, my parents were really protective, and I wasn't the girl that was going out with all my friends on the weekends. Like, they used to get to go to town. I wasn't. Like, I would go to town occasionally, maybe with a lot of friends, or we got to go to Blue Water, but our parents would drop us off and we'd go shopping there and stuff like that. But it was never, I never did the things that my other friends from Brighton got to do. I just went friends. My other friends from Brighton, I can't get my words out. My other friends from Brighton got to do. My friend from Brighton wasn't from my school. She was just a friend from, you know, around. And she got to do a lot. Her parent was her mum. It was just her mum. Her mum let her do a lot. And she was kind of the girl that was like, oh my God, she always gets to do this at the weekend. But I'm actually really glad I didn't grow up too quickly and that my parents called me out on these lies and put the reins on a little bit more, because I'm glad I didn't rush all that, because then I appreciated it more when it actually came. But anyway, So there was this boy I really fancied when I was younger, and I was like, oh my god. And she was like, oh, we're all going out, like we're all gonna go out. And I was like, where are you going? And they were just like, oh, we're just gonna go drink Lamborghini in a park. And I was like, oh, I'd love to do that, secretly thinking I would hate it, but I would like to be around that boy, you know. Anyway, so she was like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And I was like, oh, amazing. Basically, we were sitting in a park. That's what we were gonna do, and walk around town. Like, it wasn't appealing in the slightest. So I said to my parents, can you drop me off at Donatello? It's a restaurant in the lanes in Brighton, this Italian restaurant where everyone used to go. And I said, oh, can you drop me off at Donatello's? Me and my friend are going for some food. So my friend was with me at the time. She came to my house, created this lie. We went to Donatello's. But my parents knew. Because I'm the worst liar. Like, I'm the worst. My mum always used to say to me, Imogen, you do acting, but you can't lie. And I'm like, yeah, because when I'm acting as Michelle. When I'm actually me, I'm lying to my mum and dad. That is actually a relationship I have. When you're an actress and when you're acting, you're disconnected, aren't you? Anyway, so we went to Donatello's and my mum was just not having any of it. My dad was like, we know you're going somewhere. I was like, no, I'm not. And they were like, Imogen, tell us the truth because we're not letting you go out. And I was like, I'm going for dinner with my friend. Like, that's it. I was like, I'm going for my dinner with my friend. That's fine. Anyway, well, we went to Donatello's. We walk in, we go to the toilets. We come out, but wait for this. I had a tampon in that day. Period times, you know, I'm sorry if anyone doesn't like chats like that, but I did have my tampon in that day. Anyway, I left my tampon in for like 7 hours, and that is so dangerous. You're meant to change it like every 2 or every 4, but I just forgot, and I was young. I didn't even know that that was dangerous. It was really bad, and my mum didn't use tampons, so I just never even spoke to her about it, really. It was really bad. Anyway, I don't even think I told my mum I was using tampons because she didn't like them, because my mum's a worrier and she always thought that, you know, they're not safe or whatever, like she worries. I remember I was getting this stomach cramp and I was like, oh my god. And we were walking through town and we'd made our way all the way through to Hove. So it's like a, oh, the sun's gone in, that's really sad. Okay, sorry. We made our way through town and we'd gone for about a 25-minute walk by this point. So we've walked from like the bottom of Brighton all the way along back to Hove. And I'm like, speaking to this boy a bit, but speaking to my friend, and I'm like, oh my god, and I don't want anyone to know. So I'm like, don't know what to do. So I said to my friend, I really don't feel well. Like, I really don't feel well. And it was like this stomach pain, it was like this cramp, and I was like, I mean, it's nothing compared to what I have now because I have a stomach condition. So back then, I mean, it must have been bad for me back then, but now I could handle that any day of the week. I'll be like, yeah, stomach pain, quick see, whatever. Anyway, you'll die at this, it's so funny. We found this shisha place and I was like, there was nowhere open. It was late night and I just pretended to my parents I was still at this dinner. It was a birthday dinner, blah, blah, blah. Lie. So I went to a shisha place and they were like, you're too young, you need to get out. And I was like, please, I really feel ill. I need to like go to the toilet. Like something's happened with my tampon. Like I've left it in too long. I told the woman at the shisha place. She was like, what? I was like, my tampon's been left in all day. She must have been like, who is this girl? Telling me her whole life story. Anyway, so I ran into the toilet, took the tampon out and stomach pain was still there. Stomach pain was still there. And I was like, oh my god, something has gone wrong. So I was like, I'm gonna have to call my mum and dad because what if I'm really ill? Anyway, you are going to absolutely crack up. I'm in pain and I'm a hypochondriac at this point, so I think all the pain in the world is happening right now, and it was absolutely nothing. It was painful, but it wasn't that bad at all, like at all. So then I said to my friend, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I feel so horrible. This is so horrible. I hate it. Take this pain away. So she calls an ambulance. Obviously, mum and dad are gonna find out now that their daughter's in hospital, and then they would know where I got picked up from. So anyway, I was like, no, you can't call an ambulance, can't call an ambulance. She was like, I've called one, called one. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do about my parents? She was like, I've called your parents. I was like, brilliant. And they said they were coming. So dad and mum come down, get in the ambulance, whatever. Dad drove, mum got in the ambulance, chilling, loving life. Anyway, she was like, why are you here? Why are you all the way along here? You told me you were going to Donatello's. Who are all those boys? Why are you with all these people? And I was like, oh my god, I'm such a bad person. And that's how I actually felt. I actually was like, oh my god, I'm a bad human. Like, you need to stop, Imogen. So we got to this hospital and I was like, oh my god. So I was like, dad, you need to get me tampons. Like, I need to put another tampon in. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe this is like a really bad period pain. And I'm sitting there and my dad runs in. He's gone out to the shop and he runs in with little lets. And they're the ones you apply yourself. It doesn't have the applicator. I'd never used one like that before. So he comes running and I'm like, not these ones, Dad, don't apply them myself. I need the applicators. And I threw them at him and everyone on in the hospital must have been like, oh my god, we're literally seeing what this girl actually uses for her period. Like, is she okay? So then I went in to see one doctor and they were like, no, it's not appendicitis. And then this woman was like, can I just press your stomach a bit? She's like, have you tried to release gas? And I was like, no. So then she pressed my stomach and she was like, can you try and fart? She was like, please, can you try and fart? And I was like, yeah, of course. She pressed in and I am telling you, it was like air, then noise, then a bit of noise, then a stop, then air, then a bit of noise. Oh, I was so embarrassed. They were like, it was trapped winds. That's why you had so much pain. I was like, trapped winds. An ambulance got called. My parents found me out for being a liar. And then I had to go back in the car with my friend and my parents. Took my friend back to her house. Well, all the boys as well knew about it. The boy that I fancied, he got to know about it. He got wind of that. Got wind of it. Funny one there, Imogen. Got wind of the wind. Yeah, sweet. And I had to sit back in this car and I was like, oh my god. My parents found out because I actually just had a trapped wind. And they found out that I was lying. Like, this is why I'm not meant to lie, because all my lies, my little lies that I ever did when I was younger, all came out. Like, I can't explain it to you. Like, are you okay, Imogen? My poor parents, like, what did they do wrong to have me? No, I'm joking. Like, I wasn't bad. And I definitely stopped when they broke up because it just really changed my life and really kind of showed me how different lies are. And through things with divorce and stuff like that, it was a really difficult couple of years, and it just really made me appreciate that lies can destroy people. They can really hurt people, and I'm telling you, I will never lie again. I'm the worst liar, A, anyway, but B, I hate lies. I hate them so much. No matter how big or small the lie is, I'm like, I can't trust you. If you've lied to me about something small, you can lie to me about something big. Like, it really affects me. It really does. I think things affect me a lot more than they should. Like, I get really upset about things, something really small, but I'm a sensitive person, and because I really care about people and I invest time in people or things, when something hurts me or someone says something about me, it really does affect me. And I wish I could say that it doesn't, but it really does. I get sensitive and I get upset. I can cut someone off easier than I used to, but it still affects me. Do you know what I mean? I think the bigger heart you have, the more you allow things to upset you and affect you and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I really hope you liked this video. Thanks so much for watching. I have loads of story times coming up with the Storytime wall that I told you about, which I'm super excited to share with you because it's a really good setup. I'm going to be sitting there doing story times every week. They're going to be churned out, so you're going to be knowing to come back. Storytime Sunday this week, Storytime Sunday next week, and it's going to be a series on my channel. So I'm going to start with bullying, I'm then going to do ex-boyfriends. Like, my bullying story is a joke. Ex-boyfriend stories, wow, you just wait. I've got so many story times, so I can't wait. And also, like, people that have messed me around in the past. So yeah, I can't wait for you to see that. So if you like these videos, please give it a massive thumbs up so I know you like story times. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy my family of Huns, because I believe that we have the most loving family on the internet. And without further ado, we need to go on to the song game. So basically, if you're new to my channel, then I play the song game. You just have to guess the song that I'm miming to. If my Spotify would load and actually give me a song, thank you, hun. Oh, okay. Oh, don't know what to pick here, Hans, because I'll choose an old one. I'll choose an old one. So then also we need to go on to shoutouts. So I have Caitlin and Chloe Wakefield. You angels went up to my mum when you saw her in Scotland, and she was so happy. I think you took a photo with mum, and I actually spoke to you both on the phone, and it was a really cute conversation. If you ever see my family, please go up to them. Obviously, if I'm not there with them, I will definitely give you a little call. Like, get mum to call you, get my mum to call me, and I will have a chat with you. I love you both so much. Thanks for being Huns. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for just, yeah, watching me and just being amazing. I'm so grateful. I love you both so much. If you want a notification shout out, all you need to do is post downstairs. All you need to do is turn the post notification bell on, so make sure you've got the bell on, and also you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then comment hashtag I'm a hun when you're done. I love you all. Until next time, I'm gonna love you and I'm gonna leave you. Yeah, I loved that.